So now, did you get your books? Open page number 16. Let's write the date. What's the date today? Today is 29th of September. That's midnight 2021 or 2021. Let's revise the information of the books. Every sentence should have or has a subject and predicate. What's the meaning of the subject and what's the meaning of the predicate? The subject tells who or what the sentence is about. The predicate tells what the subject does or is. In many sentences, the word order is subject, predicate, then other words. Like Liz feeds the fish. This is the subject, feeds the fish is the predicate. Draw a line from each subject on the left to its predicate on the right. So let's read the subjects. The fish, mom and dad, the dog, the children. So the subject is usually a noun or a pronoun or sometimes more than one noun. The compound predicate has more than one noun. The predicate usually begins with a verb like barks, feed, swims, and bite. So here we have the fish, mom and dad, the dog, the children. The fish barks at the children or feeds the animals, swims in the fish tank, or buy pet food. What do you think? The fish swims in the fish tank. So let's draw a line. The fish swims in the fish tank. You can draw a line or put an arrow. It's up to you. Mom and dad, what do you think? What did they do? They barks at the children? No, of course. The dogs barks at the children. Did they feed the animals or buy the pet food? I think they buy the pet food. Because they are adult, I think the children will feed the animals, but mom and dad will buy the pet food. The dog barks at the children. The children feed the animals. So the fish is the subject. Swims in the fish tank is the predicate. Mom and dad the subject. Buy pet food is the predicate. Because the sentence is about the dog. What did the dog do? He barks at or it barks at the children. Barks at the children is the predicate. The children subject, feeds the animals predicate. Now draw a circle around the predicate. Let's find the subject, then the predicate. Let's underline the subject and circle the predicate. Jake rides his horse every day. Who's the sentence is about? It's about Jake. So Jake is the subject. They said draw a circle around the predicate, and rides his horse every day is the predicate. So circle rides his horse every day, and you can write the letter P to know this is the predicate. Again, Samantha feeds her lizard. Samantha is the subject because the sentence is about Samantha. What did she do? Or what Samantha does? She feeds her lizard. So feeds her lizard is the predicate. Now turn your page. Page number 16. Let's start to read the information in the box. Let's revise. The predicate tells what the subject of a sentence does or is. Let's underline this information. Tells what the subject of a sentence does or is. The predicate is often, it's usually, but not all the time, at the end of the sentence. You can correct an incomplete sentence by adding a predicate. If there is a fragment or a sentence without a predicate, we can correct it by adding a predicate. For example, if we have Carly, Carly, it's not a sentence, it's a fragment, it's incomplete sentence. But if we say, Carly, what about Carly? We don't know, but if we say Carly walks her dog, that will be a complete sentence. So circle the letter next to the predicate that complete its sentence. So here they wrote the subject and they need us to choose the predicate for the subject. People, animals, or people care for animals? People, animals, it's not a complete sentence. It doesn't show any express idea, or it doesn't show or express idea or thought. But people care for animals. It's the correct choice. So people is the subject. Care for animals is the predicate. And you should know that the predicate should have a verb. The word care here is the verb. So people care for animals. Pets and the children or pets need food and water. Don't forget that predicate should begin with a verb like need food and water. Pets and children or pets need food and water. Pets need food and water. So let's write it. Pets need food and water. And we should give them their needs if they are our pets. So Carla cares for her cat or Carla in her backpack. What do you think? Carla in her backpack or she cares for her cat? I think she cares for her cat. And cares for her cat begins with a verb. So Carla cares for her cat. And period. Put period at the end of each sentence. Here we have cats. What about them? What about the cats? Cats are free or cats and dogs? How can you make it a complete sentence? Cats are free because are is a helping verb. So cats are free, not cats and dogs. If we say cats and dogs, it's a fragment. It doesn't show a complete thought. So cats are free. What about the cats? They are free. Maria's hamster. What about Maria's hamster? Brown fur or runs on a wheel? We said the predicate should start with verb like runs. So Maria's hamster runs on a wheel. Runs on a wheel. And period. Turn your page again. Okay, no, before turning the page, now we're going to talk about commas. You know, the commas are punctuations. We use them in sentences. We use them to separate series. We use them in letters after the greeting and between the day and the year. We use them after the conclusion in the letters, and we use them in the sequences. What does that mean? The sequences words like first, next, then, last, or finally. Let's see. We will use the commas after sequences words such as first, next, last, or finally, but this is the most important thing. Don't use a comma after them. So we will use the comma after first, next, last, finally, but don't use a comma after them. So now open your page. On page number 18, use a comma after. Let's read the books. You have all the important information inside these boxes. Use a comma after sequences words like what? First, comma, next, comma, last, comma, and finally also you will put comma after it. But don't use a comma after them. So first, Duna walked her dog. Last, she fed the dog. We put commas after first and last, but we will not put a comma after them. Read its sentence, write the correct sentence on the line. If there is no error, write the sentence. Okay? First, Ben and his parent went to the pet store. There is a mistake here. They didn't put a comma after first. So we will write the sentence and we will add a comma after first. So first, Ben and his parents went to the pet store. Next, they looked at the fish and the lizards. They looked at the fish and the lizards. So after next, we should add a comma. Let's rewrite the sentence. Next, they looked at the fish and the lizards. Then Ben saw a special clownfish. Do you think there is a mistake here or no? No, because we shouldn't add a comma after then. So we will rewrite it. We will copy the sentence without changing anything. We will not add any commas. Last, his parents talked to the shop owner. After the word last, we should add a comma. So last, comma, his parents talked to the shop owner. Finally, again, the same mistake. They didn't add a comma after finally. Let's add it. Finally, comma, Ben named the fish Goldie. Page 19 and 20, there are homework. So okay, I didn't add them here because they are homework. So thank you for listening and see you next session. Bye-bye.